So you might be wondering what you're looking at. I don't like commentating ARAM for many reasons. The biggest reason is that it's ARAM, and there's not really too much macro to talk about, and the builds are a lot more tragic, and there's a lot less interesting stuff going on that's worth commentating. But the thing is, I was spectating this game, and it just doesn't seem to end. And I'm sure it's ended now. I tuned in at like 21 minutes, saw like a few minutes, and be like, oh wow, this is really back and forth. And by back and forth, I just mean like one team desperately holding them back against what seems to be a guaranteed loss. So I'm pretty sure I know who's gonna win or lose, even though I haven't seen the end. This game has gone on for quite a while. When I started here, the earliest I can go back to is about 2 minutes in. I haven't seen any of this. Well, I haven't seen most of this. I've seen like around the 19 to 21 minute mark. And yes, this game does go for that long. But I just want to see how they hold this. It's gonna be pretty interesting, I imagine. Like here we have the ARAM. I don't know how fast I can catch up, but there's a Tito in the brush. He's gonna sting the GP and die. And here comes the Talon. So the team is, I think the teams here are pretty even, honestly. We have two ADCs in Vayne, Draven, against a Senna that can just stack up on ARAM. Senna ADC is genuinely a lot more terrifying. I'm commentating this right after I saw Dick versus TL, where you see double lift Senna ADC. Where, I mean, he tried his best. But there are definitely problems with Senna ADC on Summoner's Rift. On ARAM though, most of those problems go away. All of Senna's weaknesses mostly get negated. And she's certainly quite a bit more terrifying at ARAM than she is on Summoner's Rift. But we have Senna, Teemo, always annoying. Malphite was the guaranteed slam. He's running Aftershock, and he's building actually decently tanky, so he's not even going the AP route, which is fine. I honestly think like non-AP Malphite should be the standard on ARAM. Especially after the ratios nerf. And the fact that everybody scales up to a point where it's just a lot harder to get off full AP Malphite. I think tank is definitely the correct way to go. Kassadin, always a certifiable late game threat, and Garen, definitely some super top tier champions on blue team. I'd be happy with any of those champions, honestly, on an ARAM game. Meanwhile, on red team, we have Irel, Vayne, Talon, Draven, GP. So if we're straight up looking at like viability in ARAM picks, oh Jesus Christ, Draven just gets deleted. But if we're just looking at viability, I say like blue team definitely has the more viable comp, but it depends on how well red team can execute. They have a higher ceiling. I think red team has a higher ceiling in this game. Like if they execute better, like not like this, not when Irel got her arm slapped off by Malphite and still tried to double tower dive, that's not gonna work out. It's a lot easier for blue team to win than for red team, but red team has a much higher ceiling. If they have better micro, better control, better movements, Irel, Vayne, GP can definitely just win this game. It's not an immediate. It's not. You don't look at this team and go, "Oh, it's immediately over." If you count on the red team's ability to outplay, and I think it's certainly possible for them to outplay, they have the potential in their comp. And with Vayne, you aren't afraid of tanks late game, so being run over shouldn't be a major concern for the most part. We're gonna have another fight here. Garen's gonna snowball in, but Irel's in the middle of everyone. Malphite's gonna dive into the back, and he's going to get immediately pushed back. And they're gonna call off the fight. Santa's gonna put up the call. Kassadin Rift walks in. Vayne is frontlining. Malphite does not have his ultimate yet, so they can't really commit to an all-in team fight. Draven positioning very forward. Eats up line. Irel is gonna dive in. Gets a 3-man stun. Perfect stun. Draven call coming out, completely routing blue team. Teemo's gonna drop. He's the first and only casualty. Draven gets snared under the tower. Draven falls. Big old bobblehead, man. Very unfortunate positioning. The snare under the tower. Eats it. Garen's in the backline all this time. He's gonna snowball into the Vayne and roll her down. That's going to be the point to engage. Malphite one-man also in just to clean up. There's just one Talon. Ultimate kills off the Kassadin. He's very low. Garen drops his sword and comes down. Blue team's 3 very bruised people, but they do take an overall 5 for 2. And now should be a pretty easy push up to the tower. Now they need to strategically die. Go back and buy. But here comes the Draven. Now if he has something to say about it, 1 axe, 2 axe kills off the Malphite. Teemo comes in for the blind. That's a huge chunk from the AP Teemo. Draven just came back to lane. He has no lifesteal and he's already almost dead. The snowball takes the kill on top of a Teemo auto attack, but GP drops his ultimate, slowing down the Teemo. Vayne cannot pursue. She has to go back. Irel drops her ultimate. She's going to dash in, but she Q'd onto a minion and didn't kill it. So now she doesn't have Q anymore. Vayne gets blinded. She has to go back. Riftwalk bursts down the Vayne, extending far too forward. This is not how you want to play this team. Mini tower dive kills off the Garen. GP flashes in at the last opportune moment. Shoots off the Teemo while someone else is tanking. Good cleanup, good cleanup. I think blue team wanted to die a bit cleaner there, but just couldn't get it. Couldn't make it happen. And now Senna drops way too far into the backline. That's definitely not how you play Senna. That's exactly how you die. I'm sorry the camera's flying left. That's completely my fault. Malphite solo defending this tower. He just has to clear the minion waves. Give it some armor. Talon wants to die for no reason whatsoever. Irel drops as well. That's now 3 people. This push got caught off. They could have very easily killed the tower, but they opted not to. Teemo has his shrooms. He's going to use the shroom to wave clear. And now 4-man strong core pushing in. The tug of war extends back into blue team's side, but now they have no minion wave. They have to wait for the next wave to come. And now Kassadin eats a bullet to the back. I should just be keeping this view on. Malphite ult comes in, slams onto the Vayne. Vayne's really low. She has the back, but Garen comes in and slams her. That's going to be Vayne dropping. Now Draven, last person with some damage threat. Talon doesn't really count. He can't easily get into this fight. He does have ultimate up. Can he actually do it here? They're not going to try anything dumb. Unless Talon walks into the Garen's face. He gets silenced. Garen takes 2 tower shots and walks away. Blinding Dart nearly kills off the Draven. Teemo's just racking up Dark Harvest stacks from this. Wow. Quite close. Now we come back. GP blinded, walking away. Draven didn't find a window to die, and he's low HP. He can't really contribute to this team fight. Vayne, frontline positioning, cleanses off the blind, trying to go in, but here comes the Garen on the backline. Talon silence, he pops the ultimate, does not destroy the ultimate in time, and she dies with the big sword. Irelia comes in for the counter engage, lands her ultimate on 3, but only Qs onto 2. Garen's spin plus the Senna ultimate kills off the Irelia. Walking too far forward. Draven does heal back quite a bit, but it's not enough to survive. That's still like 1 blinding dart away. And here comes the Draven diving into the back, killing off the Vayne, killing off the Draven. And now it's the GP left. GP is spinning. He snowballs back into Garen, realizes that's a mistake, flashes away. Now Garen's trapped. He's 1 bullet away. Gangplank guns him down like a firing squad. And here comes blue turret. Blue team takes their turret. Talon dives into the back. 1v3. Can he hold? He's going to back off. Where he wants more. He Qs in. Eats a Malphite out. 2 people slammed. That's a 2 for 0. For now, Irelia drops in. Can she be a hero or is she at 0? Looks to be a neutral so far. Doesn't actually die, but doesn't actually kill anyone either. Senna lands her snowball. Irelia Qs back into the Malphite. Senna drops to the Vayne, and now it's just lonely Teemo dies to a single axe from Draven. And now the red team carries have respawned. Oh, but 1 shroom. 2 shroom, nobody but Oracle, 3 shrooms. There goes the minion wave, and about half of their carry's health bars. Oh my gosh, camera, stop flying left. That is entirely on me. I'm just not all tapping properly like that. I'm doing something in the background. And now Irelia going to try to siege. Not a good enough siege. She's gonna take so much damage before even committing to a ult. Not an ult, committing to the Q, but Garen immediately counter kills her. Turret taken back as a trade, so now it's 1 for 1 in turrets. Not enough ground has been lost. Take a look at the gold gap. Red team actually surprisingly has a lead. You won't be able to tell that, but there you are. It does feel like a great deal of this game is just blue team pushing their way in. And it's up to red team to defend and hopefully counter push. But the problem with this strategy on ARAM is the respawn timers aren't terribly long. Eventually you get pushed so far in your base that it's not possible to ever push back out. But here comes the Draven! Dies to the Malphite and the Garen. Assassinating the Draven, and GP is stranded on the front lines. Malphite's going to BM and stand still. He doesn't care about the Vayne yet. Vayne doesn't have enough items to be able to shred the tank. Here comes Aurelia. A snowball finds her out. She's silenced. She can't really do damage. But the ultimate and stun finds on the 2. She doesn't actually kill anyone before the Garen now drops her. Vayne spot points! That is approximately 30 Vayne spotting points if my math is correct. Absolutely not the correct move there. But she commits for it anyway. Draven ultimate trying to kill somebody. Kassadin sidesteps at the last possible second and does not die. Now it's up to the GP. There's a naked inhibitor. It's tanking so much damage. Draven flashes in, kills off the Kassadin. Riftwalk does not save him. Red team inhibitor dies. Teemo standing still in the middle of the team. GP Barrel does get disarmed. And he doesn't actually find the kill. 1 axe, 2 axe. 2 axes do find the kill on Teemo. But here comes the Garen. He's spinning back in. Silence onto Draven, but he will drop in exchange. Irelia wants blood. She dashes in, finds Senna in the shroud. Senna roots her, shrouds again away. They must call off this chase. Now try to push out the minion wave. Don't ignore the minion waves. The Teemo shrooms taking a healthy chunk out of the Vayne's health bar. Another Teemo shroom delaying this chase. They left the minion wave behind. They can't even push. And now Irelia solo dives onto 3. That's not the correct move. Malphite counter also 2. GP drops dangerously low. Talon's under the tower. He can be seen. GP dies and Talon will run away just barely. But here comes the Riftwalk. Riftwalk kills off Talon, but Vayne gets the counter kill in exchange. And now it's just Vayne and Malphite. Malphite pops a Q. Slams on the Vayne. Vayne will try to cleanse the auto attack, but that's not enough. The auto attack slow. Was not cleansed off in time, and she does get away. Dark Harvest stack claimed by Draven, but it's not enough to kill off the Malphite. And now, Garen and Teemo has respawned, the Mushroom Minefield being placed down yet again. And the push has come back into red team's base. It's just a Draven for now, but the rest are respawning one by one, coming back to the defense. Will be able to do anything. The blind onto the GP. GP eats oranges. He is K. The shrooms are taking healthy chunks out of this minion wave. They can't get the minion wave going. GP all drops, but nobody really engages. Garen spins onto the backline. He flashes onto the gangplank and kills him off. But that's just a 1-for-1 exchange. The backline swiftly deals with him. But on the front line, Talon drops again in a failed assassination onto the Malphite. Malphite's just dancing. He does not care about this Talon whatsoever. Now, Malphite low, but not low enough. Draven gets instantly deleted by the Kassadin. Kassadin is not even level 16 yet, but he is fed enough to be terrifying. Stun onto the Kassadin. Aurelia does not go for the mark. They will come back, try to hold off his main moves if they can. Wait for their cores to respawn. Here comes the Talon. He has respawned. It's definitely still possible for red team to kill them. But when you play like this, it's very hard to engage onto them. Nobody has bought an Oracles yet, which is a very bad move. There are shrooms everywhere. Well, everywhere behind them at least. Teemo just drops shrooms in the middle of combat here. But it's no excuse not buy Oracles against Teemo. Someone should have bought it a long time ago. It seems like all 5 members of the red teams thinks that they want to carry, and 300 gold is too much of a luxury item. Barrel barely just dents Malphite through his shield. He's slowly regenning too, like this. He doesn't care. He's too tanky for a red team. He's stacking so much armor. The only person that can realistically punch through him is Vayne. This is an all AD red team. It's still possible for the outplay. Vayne exists, which means Malphite must always be careful, and that Vayne should be their highest priority target. Draven out only slightly clips the Garen. He can just easily regenerate all of it back. The shroom line slowly creeping up. The more shrooms Teemo drops on the mini waves, the less of a chance the red team has to push out. This is a stalemate happening right outside red team's space, but this is very, very unfavorable to red team's favor. Even if they ace them, which is not looking likely as Talon 1 combos drops the Talon. Even if red team aces them, they can't even push out before blue team respawns. They have to call off the siege. And their base has been destroyed so much that if they ever get ace, it's gonna be disastrous. The inhib respawns because that's how long they've been dancing out here. But it's immediately going to die. Malphite! The ultra brain lag Malphite ult does not get punished. And now it's gonna be a full-on dive. Malphite's behind enemy lines. The Kassadin Rift walks in onto the Irelia. Irelia kills him off before he can do anything else. 3 people hiding into the Senna Shroud. Irelia is low. Draven is low. 2 snowballs miss. Talon dives into the back. He does not get the kill on Senna. Does he? The Teemo blind does not blind the Q. Talon finds 2 shrooms in the field. 3 shrooms in the field. Teemo's gonna try to kite them all into it. It's just one Teemo trying to run away. GP kills him. Eats an orange. He's alive. Garen finishing off the Draven in the back. Now chasing onto the Gangplank. Gangplank has to navigate through this mushroom field. He does not have oracles. He plays down a barrel. The healing relic barely heals him up. He misses the Q on his own barrel. He doesn't get the speed boost. But he grabs another healing relic. And that's going to be the end of that. Garen even commits the ultimate just to kill him off. But that GP just thought so much time. Vayne trips another mushroom. And she has to run. She's so slow. Level 16 Kassadin. 2-second Rift Walk. The crit on Decisive Strike taking down Vayne. She just respawned and now they have to live for 30 more seconds without her. How are they ever going to kill the front line? Will I ever learn to not move my camera left? That remains to be seen. Irelia gets silenced. She tries to get a few stuns. She can't really Q or anything. She gets rooted. But Kassadin drops to the Talon assassination. But the Talon stranded in the back. Stabs Senna in the face. But she'll recover just fine. The Draven axe being tossed out. How many stacks is this Senna at? We have to check. But first, Garen spinning onto the GP. Vayne is on him. The true damage bolts taking him down. And now nobody is here to protect this Malphite. Can Vayne get on him? She opts not to. She gets rooted instead by the Senna sitting in the back. The Vayne is decently low, but she can lifesteal. Draven is just low, and he has no way to protect himself. What is he building? Where is his Bloodthirster? He has no lifesteal in his build. Oh, if he drops low, that's it. He first item Eye Edge instead of Bloodthirster. The Cannon Barrage buying a little bit of time, but whatever tiny amounts of HP he's getting back, it's sure not keeping him alive. Talon lands a snowball onto Senna. The root wears off. He goes in. He immediately gets slammed. He can't ultimate. He pops the ultimate and dies. Nothing happens. Shroom is tripped. Draven dies. Please buy some lifesteal. The snowball going in onto the back. Irelia, one-man army in the middle of 4 people. Here comes the Vayne. She wants to clean up. Can she clean up? She flashes away. She still gets tagged by the attack speed. So can she kill off the Senna? She kills off the Senna. And now it's just a Malphite ground slam slowing down her attack speed. And that's going to be the end of that team fight. 4 for 5, but Garen died very early, so now he's actually on his way. He's respawned. They want to end this game now. Can they get the end on this game? Garen spins the mini wave away. And they opt to not hit the Nexus. But this is just a Draven. He doesn't have lifesteal. He bought a longsword. He's too poor. Meanwhile, Garrett with Storm Razor, Triforce. My god, that is a BM build. They opted to actually not even end the game. They're that confident. Malphite, 2 CM Flash, kills off the Draven with a point-blank ultimate. Senna just there in the background to assist. But here comes the rest. They dumped all their critical CCs onto a Draven, who's probably the least powerful member in their team right now. So that means they have nothing left. Malphite dies. He's gonna go back and buy even more tanky items. What can you do? Irelia dies to get an ultimate. Teemo shroomed in the middle of people. Talon sees him with the oracles. He pops the ultimate, kills off the Teemo, but dies in return. There is a wall of mushrooms that they cannot breach. Vayne trips one mushroom running into Kassadin. She does not get the second. Garen spin kills her off. And now it's just one lonely Gangplank. He shoots the Kassadin in the face and kills him off. Draven Axe barely clips the Garen. Does not actually kill him off. And now Perseverance will take care of Garen's health bar for the remainder of this push. Draven comes in. He wants to be a hero. He's flashing it. He has no axes. He finally prepares a spinning axe, but he does not catch it in time. It's just a Draven. Can he get the Senna? Another spinning axe into her face. Senna drops him, and Draven does not actually trip the shroom. He was like, his big toe was next to it, If he even moved slightly in the other direction, he would have tripped it. Senna gets the solo kill. How many stacks is she at? She is at 78 stacks. 21 minutes in. And now, Talon gets ulted on by the Malphite. It's still an open nexus, but Aral takes a 1-for-1, takes down the Senna. Senna ults backwards, but does not actually keep her alive. And now GP coming in hard. He's at 572 doubloons. He didn't upgrade his ultimate. Did he get all 3? I don't think he did. And now the mushroom farm back there. Even if red team kills them, there's no way they're making this push happen. GP going in for a 1v1 on Cassidy. Spinning axe does not get the kill, but Cannon Barrage sure does. The snowball discovers Malphite hiding in the brush. He tries to charge forward with Vayne condensing into the wall. Garen also onto the Draven. Probably a waste of an ultimate by now. Vayne's a much higher priority target. Teemo gets discovered by the oracles that somebody finally bought. And now it's just Garen the Chris going onto the Vayne. And now there's nobody left. Garen is so low. So is the Malphite. It's just a single Irelia here to defend. Can she actually defend? It's a tall ask. She misses the stun. She pops her ultimate, but she gets silenced. She barely clips down to Garen, but now she's dropping the critical health. The single Malphite Q will finish her off. The inhibitor has respawned. That will buy just a little bit of time, but isn't enough for the rest of red team to actually respawn. Draven is up in 5 seconds. Can he actually come up and defend? Senna, so slow at killing structures, so slow at killing objectives. They finally get this inhibitor. But that inhibitor alone has bought enough time for red team to come up. And here they come again for another defense. Senna root just barely misses. Draven catches one axe, trying to kill the Senna. Senna dies in the shroud. One retaliation slam does not get the kill. The Draven finally buy lifesteal. He has a single Wham Scepter. That's probably not enough. You probably want way more than that. But at critical health, it's a tall ask for him to lifesteal. The Minesweeper is coming in hard and fast. The GP almost gets bursted by the Kassadin. Oh my goodness, that is so much damage. And now, the Waltz coming into the back. Talon. He does not face check onto the Garen. Oracles to keep him safe. Garen tries to spin onto the Vayne. Vayne heals, flashes away. Trying to break vision. Well, trying to break range. So she does not die to the Garen. No, the Rift Walk immediately kills her off. She extends just a bit too far forward. The Sun chunks the Talon very low. Talon is now at critical. 3 members now all have Oracle's Elixir. The Mushroom Field no longer a threat to them. But the problem is everywhere else. The GP gets engaged onto the Malphite. He's tank, but he does so much damage. Draven in the middle of everybody, running beside the Malphite. Malphite to easily kill him off. And that is a 3-for-0. Unable to dive onto the back. This big rock in the middle, just completely unkillable without Vayne being here. And speaking of Vayne, she is respawning pretty soon. But this seems to be a mighty push. Can she actually hold this off? It might be very difficult with the Teemo there. She does have cleanse. If she wants to even have a slight chance, she'll have to do this perfectly. The blind does get cleansed. Malphite flashes over and ground slam. Senna's not in this fight yet. But the damage from Malphite coming out hard and fast. He tanks one fountain laser and walks away. And now GP respawns as the next challenger. Can he actually kill the Malphite? He's not shooting the Senna. He kills off the Malphite and now it's just Senna. Senna will have to fight the Draven. Draven takes her down. I believe that's Death's Dance. Just, yeah, barely prolonging her life. She does not find the lifesteal target. And once again, red team holds the door. Let's see their builds. Basically, almost nobody's at full build yet. But despite all that, this game, every team fight is just more and more. It's just red team trying to prolong more and more of the inevitable. They have no ticket to win. Even if this game lasts a bit longer than this. But they're just hoping for one good fight. They definitely still have it in them to pull off the correct fight, hit the correct target. But can they actually make it happen? One miracle team fight is all they need. And I say miracle, but it's not even that hard to pull off. Just have to have proper target focus, dropping a barrel in the brush out of range. That's not the proper way to do it. The crit on from Garen takes off half of Gameplay's health bar. And Garen just walks away scot-free. Relic gets claimed. Now it's a 4-on-5-on-5. Everybody is respawned. This Malphite is so huge. He's having the game of his life. He's Malphite into 5 AD. One of which is an assassin. Oh man. Oh, here comes oh no, Kassadin assassinates her in the back. But here comes the Senna. Senna's jumped on by Aurelia. Kassadin dies in the back line. And now it's just a Garen. Can he run away from the main? Malphite, I believe he still hasn't pressed his ultimate yet. GP takes another kill on the Teemo, and now Vayne's on the back. The sword drops. They kill off the Vayne. They have nothing left. They can't stop this Malphite. Talon is so low. They died right on the footsteps of their Nexus, and that is absolutely got to be the end of this game. Even if they BM, the minions will end it, man. Those respawn timers are massive. The inhib respawn, buying time. Not enough time, I may add. There are no minions left. And in fact, red team wants no more of it. They tap out. It was a lot of prolonging the inevitable. Some admirable efforts, but in the end, just not enough. Not enough to overcome the tide.